Welcome, everybody. Friends, gentlemen, ladies. We're talking about sliders. Yep, that's a brass one. Black Ultim. This is the newer blank version. We're not going to be doing any engraving on the Ultims, either black or natural, for now, until I can kind of get some of the engraving finishes looking better. I'll show you that in a minute. Here's an original older version. This is the one with the circular pattern on it. This one will be discontinued as well. And you'll notice here we've got 4 N42 neodymium magnets per side. Here is a power button. Brass seems to have a little different sound to it. It's a little louder for sure. Titanium as well. So back with the Black Ultim. Notice here the engravings I've got. We'll do a little close up here in a second, but it's just not acceptable. I've tried sharp tools, I've tried tumbling, blasting, and different things, and it just doesn't turn out just the way I want it to. So we're going to go with just blanks for now when it comes to the Ultims. So let's go in for a close-up view. Check this out. So you'll notice the engraving has got a good contrast, but just not a good finish edgewise. I'm just not getting good engravings in plastic in general, so I'm just going to avoid it for now. Ultim doubly so. Ultim's just different. It's weird. So again, this is the original, and these I was making these magnets. I was originally making these full first and second op on the mill, which it does work. It turns out okay, but one thing is the magnets. I get those to line up really, really well. Yeah, the magnets, yeah. But look here on the edge. Let me see here. Let's see if I can find one here. Around the perimeter, my machine does a little hiccup here and there. There's one right there. Can you see it? Right there. Yeah. So these I'm making first off on the lathe, which if you're going to make round parts, do it on the lathe. There's no substitute. Just no substitute. It turns out perfect every time. Yeah. I just had to do a lot of extra work to set up for the holes in the front of it, so I didn't originally have anything for that. I do now. For now. Here's some topo. We got brass, titanium, topo design, topo engraved on the top. So on to the Rebel Star Wars logo here. That's titanium, and the brass is got a deep engraving. That was actually kind of a mistake on my part when programming at first, and I'm leaving it on the brass, but titanium is just going to be like that. Just a nice thin line engraving. Let's see what else we've got. Little skull and crossbones. Top left there, you'll notice there's some engraving missing. That's on purpose, promise you. Some of these will have random missing outline engravings just to kind of give it some cool random wear. And this is my favorite. We've got Homer, 2023 presidential faced coin. I don't know. I think this is my favorite for sure. It just looks very, I don't know, presidential. And for the UC Urban Carvers logo, that's the Parsons Design version. You'll notice there's a quick release hidden in the negative space there. Anybody ever notice that? Okay, so moving on to some more Star Wars. This would be the Galactic Republic. Pretty sure I've got the Rebel Alliance and Jedi and maybe some other alliance. Mando. There we go. Mando and a Stormtrooper. So this is the Mandalorian, obviously. Trying to limit myself on all the various Star Wars signage, just because there's so many of them. And yeah, hey, check it out. It's Rick. I like Rick too. He's probably my second favorite next to Homer. Yeah. It's a pretty good little engraving. So yeah, they're on the top, right here. Yeah, right here. So there is no outer engraving on the titanium, but on the brass there is. So some of these at random, I set them in there just kind of crooked, just so that they would look a little bit more worn, sort of like a coin. If you've ever had a really old coin and that outer edge grooving is worn off completely or real smooth. So there's a good example. That one really doesn't have much at all, but again, just add some variation in these, some random variation. I think that's kind of fun. It's power button. That one's flat. That was the only one that is actually doesn't have the dish to it, which it still is very grippy. Here's your Jedi logo. Already showing some patina there on the brass. I think both of these turned out really good. I was worried about the titanium at first. I blasted them and did some tumbling, did a few things, and it finally polished, and it turned out good. Turned out just right. So here's just a couple of different combinations of titanium, ultim, titanium black, ultim and ultim, different things. All in all, we've got 12 different engravings, and if you want to add the blanks, would be 13 variations on these. And so far I've got 4 different materials: the titanium, brass, ultim, natural, and then the black ultram, ultim, yeah. So there's going to be a lot of variations to choose from. You can pick your sides, so there'll be a side 1, side 2, and you can pick out of all the 13 different versions and 4 different flavors, if you will. So yeah. Alright guys, you got any questions? Write them down there below, down there somewhere. Later. Oh, hey, so real quick, these are not easy to produce, manufacture. It takes me at least a day and a half to get these set up just perfect on these, especially now. So these will be available for a short period of time. I made a very good sized batch, but when they're gone, I don't know if I want to make any more. So just thought I'd throw that out there. Later. There.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I take a little break. I've already done this once, and my video card, or the card in there, when it didn't have enough space on it, I got 1 minute in, and it was like I had like 8 minutes of recording over there. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm not saying anything. I'm just using 2 audios. I'm gonna use this as audio as noise. And then I'll do a voiceover with the microphone, so that way I can do the voiceover and not have to do everything all at once.
Yeah.
I'm just showing, and I can do voiceover on top of it.
Yeah.
But I'm just walking through each individual version with titaniums, finished ones, and then I've got the blanks, the old ones, the new blanks. These are the new blanks. This is all that Ultim's going to be, both of those. I've got a few finished ones that are noisy.
Yeah.
So I can show that, and then I'm going to show each individual version and then do a voiceover with it.
Yeah.
this out as long as I'm not doing anything in the middle of it. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I just got a little fever. Yeah.
I don't know if we need to take her good strep. Look at her throat later.
Okay.
You should be able to look now. If not, I will.
Okay.
Look down there and see if there's any polyps or if it's red or
Yeah.
whatever.
Call in the morning and take her down there.
Yeah. Yeah. FedEx shows delivery of our Starlink Ethernet thing. I went to the mailbox. I checked our main box. I looked all around neighbors and this and that. And I don't know where it is. It's gone. But usually, I forgot his name, Craig or something like that. He knows where we live.
And I'm right there. I hear
Mm-hmm.
him, and I'll peek out, and then I'll come tell you.
It's got our. I was like, well, maybe it's got the wrong address on it. They only have one address for us, and it's this one. It's billing, shipping. It's because they've shipped it here. They shipped the Starlink satellite here, or the actual piece itself. But. So, I submitted for reopen the claim and we'll
Okay.
keep going.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do this and then I'll probably sit out here for a while and edit and voice over and try to get this put up to share and see if I can't make a few cuts out of it. This is 4K. I'm cutting in 4K right now because I'm gonna do high quality. If we're gonna do it, it's gonna be, which is gonna take forever to upload, of course, because internet's not gonna work. But well, I'll get to that when I need to get to it. I'll upload it overnight or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Crazy. I'll come in here in just a little bit and get some dinners. Okay. I'm gonna get back to it.
You do.
Guess we'll find out if that's going to work or not. Right about there. It sure is, pull back a little bit. Pull back. Yeah. Right there. That looked good. Something like that. Now, we're going to do most of the stuff here. Boom, look at that. 4K, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're recording. We're recording, right? Check, check. Here we go. Let's see if we can do it this time. Alright. Lay all these out here. Get sort of prepared. Alright, here's what we got.